That's a big black rooster. But anyway, hope y'all is doing well in this stupid world. Well, it's not the world's stupid, it's just people. But today, I've been using some different tools, and I can definitely be a tool myself. Learning better not to be. It's better just to have tools than it is to be one. Because not everything is a nail. Sometimes you gotta do some screwing. But that also goes with investment. The last place I worked, I got permanently injured from. It wasn't my fault. It's kind of a freak accident deal, but I have to live for the rest of my life with a permanently injured foot, so it is what it is. But I didn't realize going through that time of like, oh, that's a pretty walkie that it's already dirty. Go through that time of life of like, hey man, this is such a cool opportunity. You know, you're stuck with me, aka like Father God. He's like, I'm going to show you something better. Because I've worked for not a lot of companies, and I've been underneath some really good people, some elders, some wise men, and then some people that were older, and they're just fucking shitbags. And those are like, a lot of those people are the ones that, you know, they'll bitch about their job, but yeah, it's like, why are you here for 25 years? Well, it's what I know. Okay, well then good for you. Don't grow at all. Don't take any initiative to grow at all. Big green one, huh? But that goes with a little bit of testimony for myself here. It is sometimes broken. Could still be usable. Just takes a little bit of TLC to fill in the cracks. It's going to take some time and work. Quit being afraid of working. I don't understand it. Maybe I grew up a different way. But I have been picking up shingles since I was a very wee lad. I had to learn business, how to run a crew, how to have a great standard, and a lot of times, no brags, it's just my standard is what it is because I hate shitty, shoddy work. There's a term for that. Rhymes with rigging it. Anyway, that'll probably get me banned. But, you know, a lot of that goes with looking at this view. A lot of people don't, they can go out and appreciate it, but they don't. They'd rather sit inside their house. Well, it's such a beautiful day out here in misery that they go to work this place they hate. They stay there. They make everybody else around them. They're like a cancer. And it really is. When you get somebody like that, and it can rub off onto you. It almost has to me. The last job, I just quit learning people's names, talking to them. I was like, hey, I got my job to do. And that's as much as I wanted to have a talk with them because it's always negative, stupid shit. And again, if I ask them, why are you here after all this time? You know, well, it's what I know. Oh, it's a job. It's that. No, you're a fucking lazy piece of shit. Or maybe you just don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on that. But maybe you just don't know. But then that still doesn't give you a right to bitch and complain about shit that you can change. I mean, that doesn't mean that you have to just stick there. And, you know, truly, I didn't see it until this last couple months, and pushing to just be like, hey, man, you know, I've always had tools, but I never used them to my full potential. And what really changed that was going and picking out weeds by hand with nothing but gloves and a bucket and some pruning supplies. And some of it, even then, I had to invest to do different jobs, because sometimes you can't run a chainsaw right next to a freaking house and, chip a piece of flagstone that you can't replace without taking it completely out of the whole front end of a house. So sometimes you got to invest in other tools and understand what you're going to do with them, and how to use them continually, because any tool that sits in my truck and doesn't get used, they always cost money. You use a battery and then it doesn't get used for a year and it's dead. Now you got to go buy a whole new battery and charger set a lot of times. So that goes with, if you're in that position of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, you have a choice to do it. Are you going to put in the work for it? And I'm nothing special. Dude, I'm a one-man Mexican crew, generally. I mean, sometimes I have a couple people that will come help me out, which is awesome. It's appreciated. But a lot of times, it is me. And it wouldn't be me if I had just stuck with that mindset or allowed the bitterness or the cancer of, shitty fellow workers that really are just there to bitch and tell you how bad their day is or their shit. And I'm just there to get the check, homie. That's it. But nowadays, I'm not there for that. What I'm doing here, I'm taking pride in. That paneling right there. I have to cut, 854-ish cuts? Yes, I have a grinder, but it's not too bad to bring out the loppers or the neighborly lock dispensers occasionally to get a little bit of work up, because if they don't work, then they'll end up seizing up and being frozen and stuck, and then it's going to be a bitch to get them unstuck and all that. Just realizing more and more that when you start understanding the tool set you got and you actually use them and continually use them, it's better for them and better for you. Maybe that's a good little nugget of wisdom today, or a diamond for your life, because I'm shooting for a diamond, man. I can go get gold, but diamonds are like just so many layers of refinement beyond gold, so many different facets, colors. Gold's gold, we know that. And if you already got the gold and you're feeling complacent and stale, start understanding how to become a diamond, because diamonds last forever. Thanks, Dad. And give praise to the Most High. I mean, look at this. It's not a concrete jungle, but it sure as hell is a beautiful art show. And then create something that He's given us to utilize, all of nature. Create something that's going to stand up, be enjoyable, have many years of everything from kids, grandkids, all on one deck. Have a blessed day.